Hey, what's going on guys? Back here with another video today. We're gonna test out color profiles on the Lumix S5 and show you what color profile is the best for you. So if you're not sure what color profile is suitable for your type of work, or you're just looking into other color profiles as an alternative, this video is for you. So I've spent the last couple of days shooting in different color profiles like the standard color profile, Cinelike D2 and vlog color profile to see how the videos hold up in different situations. So I've done this test with a bright blue sky, with a darker subject and a brighter background, and in a completely indoor environment with motivated light source coming from the window. I've also shot sunset sky, gloomy sky, and low light shots to see how each of these color profiles holds up in terms of dynamic range, skin tone, and response to the primary colors like the red, green, and blue colors on the Lumix S5. Starting off with the first shot here is an interior scene shot in standard color profile where we have a motivated light source coming from the window. The shot is really contrasty and you can barely see details in the shadows, and because of that, the skin tone also looks quite terrible. The highlights in this shot came out pretty nice, but a little blown out on this part of the shot. The colors and the saturation looks quite natural as well, and with a bit of adjustment with the RGB curves, this is what I'm able to get, and which looks pretty decent, and the skin tone has gotten way a lot better. Keep in mind that this was shot in natural daylight and the indoor setup was really dark compared with the view outside from the window and the sunlight shining onto the table. Now this is the same scene shot in Cinelike D2 color profile, and straight away you can see that it's a lot less contrasty, slightly less saturated than the standard color profile. The skin tone straight out of the camera is pretty accurate, I'd say, and this is something you could use right away with just a few tweaks with the RGB curves. For me personally, this color profile is the easiest to work with, and in most situations it will produce the best pleasant looking contrast and accuracy in colors. I also took the same shot of this scene with the vlog color profile to see how it holds up in a challenging lighting scenario like this. As usual, the vlog color profile really never fails to surprise me. After applying the vlog to Rec 709 LUT, you will see this really soft contrast and less saturated image. The vlog color profile lets you retain the most amount of information and details in the highlights and in the shadows and in the overall image. This color profile gives you the most color accuracy, at least in my own experience, and the best skin tone possible. I like how the shots can look really soft and cinematic with this color profile, but the downside is that it takes so much longer time and expertise to make vlog footages looks really good. So if you're doing a serious project where you have dedicated time and clients paying you well, or you have good experience working with color editing tools, or just want to experiment it for yourself, shooting in vlog can be a really great choice. For me, I shoot in vlog 90% of the time, whether it's for client projects or for my YouTube videos. It's a personal preference in my style of color, and something about this soft cinematic look that I really dig from the vlog color profile. Now let's have a look at the medium shot of the book right here that was shot in the same environment, but instead of shooting against the sunlight, it was shot on the opposite side of the sunlight. And the first shot here is in standard color profile, which has a good lighting and a good contrast. The black on the top right hand is a bit dark and the plant is a bit dark too. But comparing with the Cinelike D2, the second shot here, it has lower contrast and a softer look. This second scene is shot in Cinelike D2, which has a lower contrast and a softer look, and kind of gives you these cinematic colors as well. You can also start noticing the teal color from the wall on the top right hand side, and more details in the plant, where in this vlog shot, the third example here, the vlog color profile, we have more lower contrast, better dynamic range, and when edited and give it a little finishing touch, it looks, for me, it looks the best in terms of color accuracy and dynamic range. Let's move on to the next shot where we have trees with blue sky on the background. Now let's focus more into the color aspect of each of these color profiles. So in standard color profile, we will see that the color of the sky is slightly saturated with a natural blue color. The yellow or red part of this image is where you see the lamp post, and it's a bit orangey in terms of shade. And the green color in the trees have more of a cold tone comparing with the next shot here in the Cinelike D2, where the greens are more towards warm tone, and red yellow color in the lamppost is more warm and golden. And the sky is less saturated, but we can always bring up the saturations in the sky with a slight adjustment in post. Where in this third shot, in the velo color profile, the greens are the warmest out of 3 color profiles, at least for this scenario. The red, green, and blue here is quite natural, but at this stage, it looks pretty flat. There is a bit of contrast in the sky and you can see the cloud, but there is barely any saturation there. The good thing about filming in 10-bit color space is that the footage contains a massive amount of color data, so you can bring up all the colors in post-editing and retain a nice cinematic look. Okay guys, now it is time to check out some night exterior shots. So this is shot in standard and it looks pretty well saturated again, and the light bulbs are overexposed because of the high contrast. You can also see a good amount of contrast in the sky. In the Cinelike D2, it's more or less saturated and allows seeing more details in the clouds and in the lamppost. But the light are still pretty blown out. Ideally, for shots like this, sometimes it needs to be underexposed to get a better result. The third example here is shot in Vlog, and it looks almost same as the Cinelike D2, but still retain a lot of the Vlog flat profile characteristic in the shot. Again, you can edit so much and go wild with the blacks and whites of the video without breaking the image, as they are shot in 10-bit color space. So make sure to shoot in 10-bit color space instead of 8-bit, where you'll have much more flexibility in post with 10-bit color profile. just to wrap up the video, I'm gonna tell you which color profile is good for you. If you're filming a vlog or run and gun type of content, could be travel content, and if you wanna spend less time as possible editing colors, I would recommend going for Cinelike D2 color profile. The result straight out of the camera is phenomenal. Personally, I wouldn't recommend in filming in standard color profile unless you have a good lighting scenario. Otherwise, you might end up with a really contrasty image that might be really hard to deal with in post. Finally, the vlog color profile is really suitable when you don't have much control of the lighting in your shots and the light is really contrasty. Then you might want to shoot the scene in vlog in order to retain the most amount of data in your shot to be edited in post. Also, just like I mentioned earlier in this video, if you're doing commercial videos, music video, documentaries, YouTube, or maybe working in a passion project where you have enough time and budget to work on the colors and really want to push your limit into cinematic videos, then vlog color profile can be right for you. So there you have it, guys, a quick test of the color profile on the Lumix S5. If you find this video helpful, please consider hitting the like and subscribe. It'll go a long way in supporting this channel. And as always, I appreciate you guys and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.
You